大家好，我是 Doreen。在本期节目中 ，Doreen 将会和大家分享一些中英双语名人名言，希望我们可以一起学习共勉。第一首来自居里夫人。居里夫人说：“用珠宝打扮自己，不如用知识充实自己。It is better to enrich oneself with knowledge than to dress oneself with jewelry。”果戈里说：“青春还有将来，这正是他的幸福。Youth has a future, which is its happiness。”维特根斯坦说：“幽默不是一种心情，而是一种看待世界的方式。Humor is not a mood, but a way to see the world。”富兰克林说：“诚实与勤勉应该成为你永久的伴侣。Honesty and diligence should be your eternal mates。”伏尔泰说：“人世间所有的荣华富贵，不如一个好朋友。All the splendor in the world is not worth a good friend。”茹贝尔说：“儿童更需要的是榜样，而不是批评。Children have more need of models than critics。”歌德说：“一个人的礼貌是一面照出他的肖像的镜子。One's courtesy is a mirror to see his image。”居里夫人说：“生活中没有什么可怕的东西，只有需要理解的东西。There is nothing terrible in life, only something to understand。”弗兰西斯·培根说：“好的运气令人羡慕，而战胜厄运则更令人惊叹。Good luck is enviable, and the victory over bad luck is even more amazing。”阿尔贝·加缪说：“生命是短暂的，浪费时间是犯罪。Life is short, and the waste of time is a crime。”莫泊桑说：“天才不过是不断的思索，凡是有脑子的人都有天才。Genius is nothing more than constant thinking. Everyone with a brain has genius。”保罗·乔尔达诺说：“那些我们不爱的人，对我们的爱只停留在表面，很快就会挥发掉。The love of those we don't love stays on the surface and will soon evaporate。”巴甫洛夫说：“想要一下子全知道，就意味着什么也不会知道。If you want to know everything at all once, you will know nothing。”居里夫人说：“使生活变成幻想，再把幻想化为现实。Make life a fantasy, and then a fantasy into reality。”保罗·乔尔达诺说：“选择只是几秒钟的事，然后用余下的时间来还债。Choose only a few seconds, and then use the rest of time to pay off the debt。” J.K. 罗琳说：“真相是一种美丽又可怕的东西，需要格外谨慎地对待。Truth is a beautiful and terrible thing that needs to be treated with great caution。”莫泊桑说：“有时候我们爱上的并不是对方，而是自己的爱。Sometimes we don't fall in love with each other, but with our own love。”阿尔贝·加缪说：“一切伟大的行动和思想都有一个微不足道的开始。Every great action and thought has a small beginning。”巴甫洛夫说：“学问对人们要求最大的紧张和最大的热情。Learning demands the greatest attention and enthusiasm。” J.K. 罗琳说：“不要依赖梦想而忘记生活。Don't rely on dreams to forget life。”弗兰西斯·培根说：“我活着是为学习， 而学习并不是为活着。I live to learn, but learning is not to live. 孟德斯鸠说，自由不是无限制的自由，自由是一种能做法律许可的任何事的权利。Freedom is not unlimited freedom. Freedom is a power that can do anything permitted by law. 弗兰西斯·培根说，合理的安排时间就等于节约时间。Reasonable arrangement of time is tantamount to saving time. 居里夫人说，人要有毅力，否则将一事无成。People should have perseverance, otherwise they will achieve nothing. 杰弗逊说，诚实是智慧之书的第一章。Honesty is the first chapter of wisdom. 巴斯德说，机遇只偏爱那些有准备的头脑。Chance favors only those minds that are prepared. 雪莱说，读书越多，越感到腹中空虚。The more you read, the more emptiness you feel in your stomach. 阿尔贝·加缪说，我们听说过的责任只有一个，那就是爱。The only responsibility we have ever heard of is love. 巴甫洛夫说，无论在什么时候，永远不要以为自己已知道了一切。No matter when, never think you know everything. 弗兰西斯·培根说，最难忍受的孤独，莫过于缺少真正的友谊。The most unbearable loneliness is the lack of true friendship. 居里夫人说，弱者等待时机，强者制造时机。The weak wait for the opportunity, the strong make the opportunity. 巴甫洛夫说，实验上的失败可能成为发现的开端。Failure in experiment may be the beginning of discovery. 莫泊桑说，他心急如焚，觉得路比平时长了1倍。He was so anxious that he thought the road was twice as long as usual. 普劳图斯说，谁想吃果仁，谁就必须砸开坚壳。Whoever wants to eat nuts must break the hard shell. J.K. 罗琳说，表现真正的自我是我们自己的选择，这比我们的能力更重要。It is our choice to express our true self, which is more important than our ability. 赫拉斯说，天才在逆境中才能显出，富裕的环境反而会埋没它。Genius can only be shown in adversity, but it will be buried in a wealthy environment. 孟德斯鸠说，固然我有某些优点，而我自己最重视的优点却是我的谦虚。Although I have some advantages, my own most important advantage is my modesty. 卡尔维诺说，要把地面上的人看清楚，就要和地面保持距离。If you want to see the people on the ground clearly, you must keep a distance from the ground. 弗兰西斯·培根说，书籍是横渡时间大海的航船。Books are ships that cross the sea of time. 阿尔贝·加缪说，判断生活是否值得经历，本身就是在回答哲学的基本问题。To judge whether life is worth experiencing is to answer the basic questions of philosophy. 居里夫人说，少关心别人的一闻私事，多留意别人的思路观点。Care less about other people's anecdotes and private affairs. Pay more attention to other people's ideas and views. J.K. 罗琳说，死亡是另一个冒险的开始。Death is the beginning of another adventure." 莎士比亚说，不要只因一次失败就放弃你原来决心想达到的目的。Do not for one repose give up the purpose that you resolved to effect. 马克·吐温说，不要放弃你的幻想，当幻想没了以后，你还可以生存，但是你虽生有死。Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. 托尔斯泰说，理想是指路明灯，没有理想就没有坚定的方向，没有方向就没有生活。Ideal is a beacon. Without ideal, there is no secure direction. Without direction, there is no life. 富兰克林说，诚实与勤勉应该成为你永久的伴侣。Honesty and diligence should be your eternal mates. 安提西尼说，要注意你的敌人，因为是他们第一个发现你的错误。Pay attention to your enemies, for they are the first to discover your mistakes. 索福克勒斯说，世上没有任何东西比金钱更能使人道德败坏。There's nothing in the world so demoralizing as money. 卢梭说，人是生而自由的，却处处受到束缚。Man was born free, and everywhere he is in chains. 拉封丹说，阿谀奉承的人正是靠听信谗言的人活命的。Every flatterer lives at the expense of those who listen to him. 拉罗什福科说，我们总是喜欢崇敬我们的人，但并不永远喜欢我们所崇敬的人。We always like those who admire us. We do not always like those whom we admire. 罗蒙诺索夫说，不会做小事的人也做不出大事来。Those who cannot do trivial things cannot accomplish great things. 爱默生说，不要魂不守舍，不要匆忙行事。Do not be restless, do not be hasty. 雪莱说，冬天来了，春天还会远吗？ If winter comes, can spring be far behind? 尼采说，如果你想走到高处，就要使用自己的两条腿，不要让别人把你抬到高处，不要坐在别人的背上和头上。If you would go up high, then use your own legs. Do not let yourselves carried aloft. Do not seat yourselves on other people's backs and heads. 大仲马说，生活没有目标，就像航海没有指南针。Living without a name is like sailing without a compass. 歌德说，人生重要的事情就是确定一个伟大的目标，并决心实现它。The important thing in life is to have a great aim and the determination to attain it. 马克·吐温说，具有新想法的人，在其想法实现之前是个怪人。The man with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. 罗斯福说，实现明天理想的唯一障碍是今天的疑虑。The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. 门捷列耶夫说，天才只意味着终身不懈的努力。Genius only means hard working all one's life. 尼克松说，命运给予我们的不是失望之酒，而是机会之杯。Our destiny offers not the cup of despair, but the chalice of opportunity. 卢梭说，忍耐是痛苦的，但它的果实是甜蜜的。Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. 爱默生说， 进步是今天的活动，明天的保证。Progress is the activity of today and the assurance of tomorrow. 拿破仑说，凡是决心取得胜利的人，是从来不说不可能的。The man who has made up his mind to win will never say impossible. 罗斯福说，我们不能总是为我们的青年造就美好未来，但我们能够为未来造就我们的青年一代。We cannot always build a future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. 布拉德·亨利说，一位好的老师可以引发希望，点燃想象力，并灌输对求知的喜爱。A good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. 里根说，最卓越的领导者不一定完成最卓越的事，他使其他人完成最卓越的事。The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest thing. He is the one that gets the people to do the greatest thing. 尼古拉·特斯拉说，与自己独处那是创造的秘密，与自己独处那是想法诞生的时候。Be alone, that is the secret of invention. Be alone, that is when ideas are born. 伊曼努尔·康德说，科学是井然有序的知识，智慧是井然有序的生活。Science is organized knowledge. Wisdom is organized life. 里奥·巴斯卡利说，你的财富是上帝给你的礼物，怎么用你的财富是你给上帝的回礼。Your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with it is your gift back to God. 亚伯拉罕·林肯说，自律是在你现在想要的和最想要的之间做抉择。Discipline is just choosing between what you want now and what you want most. 歌德说，一个人只要有奋斗就会犯错。Man errs so long as he strives. 约翰·巴里摩说，只要一个人还有追求，他就没有老。直到后悔取代了梦想，一个人才算老。A man is not old as long as he is seeking something. A man is not old until regrets take the place of dreams. 李小龙说，成功的战士是普通的人，但如雷射般的专注。The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. 毕加索说，人生的意义是找到自己的天分，人生的目的是把它贡献出去。The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. 海伦·凯勒说，虽然世界多苦难，但是苦难总是能战胜的。Although the world is full of suffering, it is full also of the overcoming of it. 海明威说，人并不容易被击败的，人可以被消灭，但不能被击败。Man is not made for defeat. A man can be destroyed, but not defeated. 苏格拉底说，世界上最愉快的事情就是为理想而奋斗。The happiest thing in the world is to strive for one's dreams. 爱迪生说，如果你年轻时没有学会思考，就永远学不会。If you don't learn to think when you are young, you may never learn. 爱因斯坦说，人生只有献身社会，才能找出那实际上是短暂而有风险的生命的意义。Only to devote oneself to the society can find the significance of the actually short and risky life. 歌德说，谁要游戏人生，他就一事无成；谁不能主宰自己，永远是一个奴隶。One who plays through life will achieve nothing. One who is a slave of his own life will never be a master. 莎士比亚说，不要因为一次失败就放弃孜孜以求的目标。Do not, for one repose, give up the purpose that you resolved to effect. 高尔基说，读书这个我们习以为常的平凡过程，实际是人的心灵和上下古今一切民族的伟大智慧相结合的过程。Reading, a course taken granted as common, turns out to be where a mind meets great thoughts of all people and all times. 托尔斯泰说，选择你所喜爱的，爱你所选择的。Choose what you like and love what you choose. 杰斐逊说，我们相信自己的实力，但不要夸大。我们尊重别人的实力，但不要畏惧。We confide in our strength without boasting it. We respect that of others without fearing it. 培根说，缺乏诚挚的友谊是最可怕的孤独。The most solitude is to destitute of sincere friendship. 罗斯福说，无论遇到什么情况，你都必须接受，而唯一最重要的是你要尽最大的努力去面对它。You have to accept whatever comes, and the only important thing is that you meet it with the lust you have to give. 爱迪生说，强者能同命运的风暴抗争。A strong man will struggle with the storms of fate. 斯蒂芬斯说，每场悲剧都会在平凡的人中造就出英雄来。Every tragedy makes heroes of common people. 林肯说，我走得很慢，但是我从来不会后退。I am a slow walker, but I never walk backwards. 柏拉图说，当碰到了爱情，每个人都成了诗人。At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. 弗兰克说，任何东西都可以被人拿走，但有一样东西不行，这就是在特定环境下选择自己的生活态度的自由。Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the freedom to choose his attitude in any given set of circumstances. 罗曼·罗兰说，最可怕的敌人就是没有坚强的信念。The most terrible enemy is no strong belief. 马丁·路德·金说，我们必须接受失望，因为它是有限的，但千万不可失去希望，因为它是无穷的。We must accept finite disappointment, but we must never lose infinite hope. 富兰克林说，愤怒都将以羞耻结束。Whatever is begun in anger ends in shame. 雨果说，人生最大的幸福是坚信有人爱我们。The supreme happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved. 爱默生说，友谊既是快乐之源泉，又是健康之要素。Friendship is both a source of pleasure and a component of good health. 罗素说，有经验而无学问，胜于有学问而无经验。Experience without learning is better than learning without experience. 杰斐逊说，不要因为别的人相信或否定了什么东西，你也就去相信它或否定它。上帝赠予你一个用来判断真理和谬误的头脑，那你就去运用它吧。Neither believe nor reject anything, because any other person has rejected or believed it. Heaven has given you a mind for judging truth and error. Use it. 罗素说，从错误中吸取教训是教育极为重要的一部分。Mistakes are an essential part of education.